Welcome everybody to Kingston by Bike. It's a beautiful morning for a bike tour. You'll be absolutely amazed what we're going to see in the next 3 hours. I'll take credit for part of it being a great tour, but the rest of it obviously has to do with Kingston itself, with all its cultural and natural beauty.
When you know something about something and you're excited about it, there's nothing more pleasurable than being able to tell other people about it.
We have Kingston City Hall right in front of me. This is one of the best classical buildings in all of Canada. And I'll have to take people's word for it, but apparently it's based on the Customs House in Dublin, Ireland. Some would say it's way too big for a city the size of Kingston, but the reason for that is Kingston was actually the capital of Canada for 2 whole years.
During the summer, when I do my bike tours, Kingston is one of the best places in the world to cycle, and part of my job is to show people exactly why. It's got a lot of natural beauty. We have one of the best lakeshore pathways around. And on the cultural side, for the New World, Kingston has a very interesting history. Lots of great architecture, the British Empire landmarks. Queen's University has some fantastic buildings, and because the bike gives you an extended range in a fairly short period of time, I get to show people an awful lot of things.
Here we are in front of the Murney Tower. It's one of 4 towers just like this one, and they're obviously defensive structures. A lot of people think they were built for the War of 1812, but they were actually built in 1846 for the Oregon boundary dispute, which was the last time that Britain and the United States thought there might be a war between the two of them. These defensive structures are called Martello Towers. Martello is the name of a cape in Corsica. The British were trying to take that area and they bombarded the structure, but nothing happened. So being intelligent, they stole the idea and they've built these all over the world. 4 of the best examples are right here in Kingston, and they actually form a line all the way from RMC to this one here.
My guided tour, Kingston by Bike, now consists of 2 tours. My bread and butter tour that most people take is the downtown one, and in the course of 3 hours we start at City Hall, we go along the lakeshore all the way as far as Lake Ontario Park, past prisons and Portsmouth Harbour. Then we work our way back along Union Street through Queens and through the downtown over the causeway to RMC. And by the time we're finished the 3 hours, people know more about Kingston than most Kingstonians do.
This is a high Victorian mansion built by a famous Kingston architect called Joseph Powers. It was built in 1886. And you can see the almost Gothic parapet, which gives some real character to the house with the conic roof. And it's got that beautiful veranda that goes all around practically the whole house.
It's nice to see the way they used to do it. We don't go back 2,000 years. We go back several hundred, and that's enough time that several generations have placed their stamp on Kingston, from the neoclassical type architecture to high Victorian. The British Empire landmarks are very interesting. Architecture, when it's done well, is definitely an art form. It can be so different from the plain architecture we're so used to today.
You can see how beautifully balanced that house is, how sedate it is.
I got an MBA at Queen's. I had been seriously involved in cycling advocacy in Toronto, so I decided to put them together, learned a lot about setting up businesses in the School of Business, and decided that one of the hats I was going to wear would be to take people from all over the world, hopefully, around Kingston. So I did the research, and I'm a qualified cycling instructor, so I put all these things together, and it's turned out rather well. People leave Kingston not only knowing a lot about it, but really feeling something for it, and that's part of my contribution to Kingston.